Project Newman. Today I'm going to show you a quick meal that you can make in 15 minutes that will boost your testosterone, that's healthy. I'm going to show you all the nuanced little details of the vegetables and all the meats, and I'm going to make it super easy, super crystal clear, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm making. Alright, let's get into it. Because I don't want to make it super complicated. Set this up. I don't want to make it seem like it's really hard or complex to get a good meal taken care of, because you just want to be able to live life easier. Okay, so what do we have? We're making spaghetti. But the problem with spaghetti is that most of the time you're gonna go and get these wheat products from the supermarket. And wheat products, they will make you feel heavy and lethargic. You have to check out my wheat video about why wheat and grains just destroy your brain, your ability to concentrate. They gain fat on your midsection because they have opioids that cross your blood-brain barrier, and they're obesogenic. There's tons of reasons why you have to educate yourself on grains. Whenever you're eating grains, you just can't stop. And so this is the solution. This is painless. You get garbanzo chickpea pasta. So this is beans. This is good for you. Healthy prebiotic fiber. And it tastes exactly the same as wheat. And you're not gonna get that crash. Even if you eat a good amount of it, you just ate beans. It's not gonna give you the munchies. It's not gonna give you that post-depression, that post-meal depression. It cooks quick, so here we go. Let me show you. We have the Instant Pot right here. So this thing is amazing. You can get the smaller or the big version. It has all these different settings. So I just put bean chili. You can put meat stew. It takes like 10 or 15 minutes to make this pasta. Super quick. While that's cooking, we're making our meatballs. We're just gonna put some basic spices on this organic grass-fed beef. Very important, that's organic and grass-fed. You can get this from Walmart. So easy. So we're cooking this, and then all we need to do is put some spices. We're gonna put some Italian spices on it. Salt and pepper. Well, I'll tell you, cooking is really easy when you know where to get stuff and what to get. So it's super easy. Look, Italian spice gives you 6 different spices, everything that you need, particularly oregano, parsley, dill, and thyme. So all these things have antibacterial properties that strengthen your gut lining. You guys know I'm big on the gut because the gut has to do with everything hormonal and insulin sensitivity. You guys know my secret to losing weight and being healthy is insulin sensitivity. Why is that? Because it controls blood sugar, and if you have too much insulin, you're just gonna gain fat. That's just how it works. And if I had to boil it down, that was just basil, guys. Basil, Italian, salt and pepper on this meat, and it's marinating in coconut oil. Alright, that's also important. But let me finish that point about insulin sensitivity. If I had to say, the number one parameter for weight loss that'll help you is just increasing your insulin sensitivity. That just means when you eat anything, when you eat sugar, your body's able to say, let me give a little bit of insulin so that I can digest all of this, so that I can get the blood sugar to work inside this guy's body. When your body is sensitive to insulin, it only needs to secrete a little bit of insulin, and it all works magically. Your digestion works magically. You don't feel depressed after. You don't feel like you're getting fat around the stomach. Because when you have insulin resistance, when you eat sugar, your body says, I gotta secrete a lot of insulin. So you're making all this insulin, and insulin is anabolic. It just makes you create more fat. And so the more insulin sensitivity we have, the less insulin we have to secrete, the less we need to digest and handle all the sugar, and you're gonna feel so much better after your meals. And it's not hard to increase insulin sensitivity. Everything that we're gonna be talking about, bringing you back to the basics, just shows you how to become more insulin sensitive. A lot of basic stuff. Spices like cinnamon, like oregano, like basil, like thyme, sage, and rosemary. All these things help you digest food and increase your insulin sensitivity. Probiotics, having a healthy gut flora, increases your insulin sensitivity. Now, what crushes your insulin sensitivity is basically anything that spikes your blood sugar, because then your body says, I have all this sugar, I have to secrete a lot of insulin. You secrete all this insulin, and then your body has all this insulin inside it. And the more of a hormone you constantly have inside your system, the more your body adapts to it, right? And it says, oh, I have all this insulin. I always have all this insulin. It's called downregulation. Kind of like when people take steroids, right? You take steroids all the time, your body says, I always have all this testosterone. I'm going to downregulate. I'm going to shut down my own production. And you basically need to take more and more and more and more to get the same effect. This happens with drugs. This happens with your opioid receptors. This happens with pornography. You keep on flooding your system with a neurotransmitter or a hormone, you get desensitized to it. You're going to need more and more and more to get the same stimulus, okay? So it's the same thing with insulin. You keep on spiking it by eating a lot of sugar, grains, or wheat. Anything that boosts your blood sugar, your body says, insulin, so much insulin, decreases your insulin sensitivity. So, long story short, the best way to increase your insulin sensitivity and avoid insulin resistance is to cut out the things that spike your blood sugar: wheat, grains, and sugar. Okay? Pretty simple, right? So these are simple ways that we're improving your metabolic health, helping you burn fat, feel more energized, have higher testosterone, because higher insulin sensitivity is correlated with higher testosterone levels. It's not a surprise, because you're just healthier when your body is more sensitive to insulin. You're just healthier when you're digesting things better. This just makes sense, doesn't it? Please check out my video on wheat and grains, how it's just like sugar. It spikes your blood sugar even more than raw table sugar. My story is I took out wheat and grains and I stopped feeling depressed. I stopped feeling anxious. I could digest food better. I can eat more food and digest it better. So at least for 3 days or 7 days, just cut out wheat and see how your body responds. Cut out grains, cut out wheat, cut out all the quinoa, and just replace it. You're replacing it with beans. You're replacing it with food substitutes. It's not like you can't even eat the same stuff anymore. Just use almond flour, coconut flour, beans. You can still eat potatoes. You can still eat your sweet potatoes, still eat your beans. And you can still eat fruit. Just don't eat a lot of it if you're not gonna use the energy. So anyways, guys, this is the meal. Let me cut this into meatballs. Let me flip this organic grass-fed meat. Also, why did I get organic and grass-fed? Because, let's break it down. You want grass-fed because you don't want these cows to be fed all this soy and corn and wheat. You want to be eating what it's meant to eat. So that's extremely important. You want to be organic because you don't want this cow to be eating pesticides, because those pesticides decrease your testosterone. The pesticides have estrogens in them. These pesticides, like glyphosate, is actually antibacterial, and it kills your gut flora. And so the cows are eating it, and then you're eating the cow. There's still traces left in it, believe me. And you want to get on the package of your meat, no added hormones. I should show you guys this. No added hormones. No added hormones, because if it's taking antibiotics, this is market side butcher brand. Organic beef. Get as much fat as you can because that's satiating. Don't be afraid of eating. Okay, here it is. Grass-fed, never given any added hormones, antibiotics, or steroids. Boom. That is so important. And this is from Walmart. This is not hard. The reason why you could be struggling to gain muscle, lose fat, is because you're eating meat that has antibiotics, it's wrecking your gut health, steroids, and all these unhealthy chemicals are getting into your body. And then no wonder you don't feel natural, you don't feel healthy. It's disrupting your hormones, it's disrupting your gut flora, it's disrupting your digestion. You don't want to be eating all these toxic hormones that they're pumping into animals. So it's really simple. Now what do we got? We're cooking zucchini. This is organic zucchini. You don't want to get the normal zucchini because that's sprayed with pesticides and glyphosate, which is an estrogen. It's an estrogen. So do you want to eat estrogens? Do you want to have excess body fat, mood swings, and gynecomastia and man boobs? I don't think so. So these are all the important things that we have to focus on. Also, I'm not cooking this in some kind of corn oil, vegetable oil. This is coconut oil. I'm not even cooking this in olive oil because olive oil turns into a trans fat if you heat it and cook in it very long. So I don't suggest cooking with olive oil. Coconut oil, you can cook at high temperatures. It doesn't transform into trans fats. It tastes delicious and it's healthy for you because it has antibacterial properties. Okay, so once all this is done, it's gonna be delicious, and then we're gonna put, let me show you, Parmesan cheese. But is this the normal Parmesan cheese that will kill you and give you man boobs? I don't think so. How do we know? Look, there is 3 ingredients. When you're reading food labels, look for the shortest food label list. Okay, let me read you this food label. Grated Parmesan cheese, which is part skim milk, cheese culture, salt, and enzymes. Does it say potassium blah blah blah? Does it say sodium blah 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 blah? No, you don't know what those chemicals are, so why would you eat them? All those chemicals, those preservatives and those emulsifying agents disrupt your gut flora, disrupts your hormones, causes endotoxins, endotoxemia. See, when your gut flora is disrupted, that basically just means that bacteria can enter your bloodstream, and that's bad, causes inflammation. So you don't want these emulsifying agents and preservatives destroying the Great Wall of China in your stomach, protecting you from these harmful chemicals entering into your bloodstream. That's the function of your colon, is to extract what's good, excrete what's bad, right? Extract what's good, excrete what's bad. If there's holes punched in that, then that's like the Great Wall of China having holes in it, and all these barbarians can just rush through. That's what's happening when you have preservatives, emulsifying agents, antibiotics, pesticides, synthetic hormones, punching holes in your gut wall. You gotta protect your wall. Keep that wall strong. So that's why, look at this brand, 4C grated cheese. We're gonna mix that with tomato paste and some olive oil, not cooked. And that's gonna be our meal. Okay? It's not hard to cook. I'm gonna go on a quick jog. This will be done. It's already pretty much done. Gonna go on a quick jog. Feel good. That boosts your insulin sensitivity too. I'm telling you, health is not hard. It's only hard because society has become perverted. It's become a minefield. It's become an absolute tragic minefield, and people are getting limbs blown off left and right. Believe me, I dealt with it. I dealt with food intolerances. I dealt with post-meal lethargy and depression. I dealt with all of this stuff. Brain fog after eating all these things. Please check out my video on why wheat and grains destroy your energy, your testosterone, and your libido. And just try it. You don't have to go your whole life. Don't be extreme. Just try it for 3 to 7 days. See how you feel. Your skin will clear. Your energy will come back. Your testosterone will raise. Your libido will come back. You're gonna feel and look a lot better. Your digestion will come back, and you'll feel your immune system back. You're gonna feel like a tribal warrior just naturally if you stop eating all these unnatural synthetic products. Okay? Project Newman, eating is simple. Nutrition is simple. avoid the minefield, protect your tea, protect your health. We're all in this together, and it's not hard. It's just experimenting with new things and living according to how you're designed. See you next time.
Yes to you. Yes to you.